Thunderbirds.com. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds in about 3 minutes. It is a game for 1 to 4 players. It has a solo mode. Playing time is around an hour. It's a reasonably simple game. The Hood is up to no good, and it's up to international rescue to stop him. But he's also unleashed a series of disasters and calamities all over Earth and in the far reaches of space. Can you lead international rescue and their Thunderbird machines to victory over the nefarious Hood, or will the world be plunged into chaos by that madman? You win this game if you manage to foil all 3 of the Hood's schemes before he can complete them. You fail if the Hood completes any of those schemes. You also fail if a disaster ever reaches the end of the track. Cooperative. Everyone is a member of international rescue, working together to save the world. Dice. Rescuing people requires dice rolls. Player turn. On your turn you will have 3 actions, but instead of detailing those actions, it's better to look at how the game works overall. At this point we have 4 disasters to deal with. Each disaster has a terrain type, location, and difficulty. To complete a rescue, you need to roll the difficulty shown, modified by the bonuses on the card. For example, having Fab 1 in Europe gives you +1 with the Cham Cham. It is Virgil's turn. His first action is to draw a tech token that he spends to build the transmitter truck. He then loads the transmitter truck and Thunderizer onto Thunderbird 2, and picks up Tintin. His second action is to move to South America to deploy the transmitter for later use. Finally, he moves to Europe. Tintin's turn is next, and her actions will deal with the disasters. With Fab 1 in herself, she needs to roll a 4 to equal the disaster's difficulty. She rolls a 3, but spends a teamwork token to get +2. She then claims an intelligence token as her reward. She then takes on Edge of Impact, needing an 8, with +3 from the Thunderizer. She rolls well enough, but the Hood symbol would advance the Hood, so she uses her intelligence token to re-roll it. She claims a logistics token as her reward. After each player's turn, draw a disaster card and place it on the line, shifting all cards right 1 step. Or, if the card is the Hood advances, advance the Hood, revealing any events he comes across. To defeat schemes to win the game, you need to have characters spend the appropriate tokens and have the pod vehicles in the right location. Each scheme defeated gives you an FAB card, and you win when the final scheme is defeated. Why would you like this game? Thunderbirds is a game that requires a lot of planning and forethought. You need to get the right people and machines in the right place at the right time. And this means you can't play the game just for the turn going on. You have to think about where stuff will be several turns from now. It has a lot of the fundamentals of a Leacock game, like how the disaster deck is constructed, but it has none of the draw 2 epidemics in a row and lose unfairness of Pandemic. Virtually every action can be mitigated. Fail a rescue attempt and you can just retry, or use one of your tokens. Difficulty can be adjusted up and down, changing what schemes you need to solve. The higher the number, the harder they are. The best thing about this game is that they took an IP I loved and made an excellent game about it that's a great game in its own right. However, it's worth noting that this video includes the Tracy Island expansion, and I really think the game is incomplete without this bonus content. And this might actually be the worst game ever made for alpha gamers, as all information is public and moves need to be planned out over multiple turns. If you know that one person who dominates games, this will be one to avoid with them. Obviously, Thunderbirds came from the designer of Pandemic, and it shares so much with that family of games. And if you like classic 60s British sci-fi, you might also want to check out Doctor Who, Time of the Daleks. Thunderbirds, it's FAB. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and check out our Patreon.